Hi. So, I've noticed a lot of videos on YouTube of just nerds speaking their mind, and I figured, let's learn more. So, what's on my mind is the strengths and weaknesses of film trilogies. Now, film trilogies have this singularly unifying element to them. I'll try to explain. It's just they managed to bring the same characters through a longer journey than a single film, but at the same time, unlike a longer film series, it doesn't just go on and on and on and on. It has a set ending. And believe me, before time, that's a good thing. Now, the first one that comes to mind is the Godfather trilogy. The first two were fantastic. Two of the greatest films of all time. The third one, it's better than people say it is, and you'll be hearing me say that a lot. The main problem was that they put so much focus on Michael's daughter, and I didn't really care about her. But what made the film good was that we got to see the payoff of Michael's character development from the first two films. Spoilers. He tries to, and I guess you could say he does break out of the family business, but he winds up meeting tragedy because of all of the evil he did while he was in. So, that makes it a good ending to the trilogy. Moving on. Spider-Man trilogy. First two, good. Third one, again, it's better than people say it is. A lot of people have blasted the fact that there are too many villains, and I'll agree. Sandman didn't need to be there, but I don't know if you can call Harry a villain in the same right. He's not a new character that we're introducing and making a villain right off the bat. He's been there since the first movie. This has been coming. Oh, people have also blasted the fact that Venom's only a villain in the last act of the movie. When you do the symbiote storyline, you have to do it that way. You can't just have Peter get the suit, go yucky, and then get rid of it. He has to have it for a while. Now, moving on again. If we just pretend like people have been doing for the past 13 years that Batman and Robin didn't happen, I'd like to focus on the Batman trilogy. Batman, Batman Returns, and Batman Forever. Forever is actually a decent movie in my opinion. It has problems, yes. Oh, Tommy Lee Jones. Why? But, just as the third part of the trilogy, it's good. It's pretty good. I mean, we get to see a fulfillment of Batman character arc. In the deleted scenes, we get that. Well, I mean, you get it in the film itself, but it comes to fruition in the deleted scenes that Batman and Robin are excellent foils for each other. Oh, and this is my pet peeve, little pet peeve. Not so much about Batman Forever as more Batman Returns. One of the original story ideas was that Christopher Walken's character Max Schreck was instead going to be Harvey Dent, and the role was to be reprised by Billy D. Williams. I love that idea. I honestly do. because then you get to see Harvey as established as the DA. He dabbles in the dark side and then turns to Two-Face at the end, and then he's full-on villain and forever. It really helps illuminate the trilogy as a single story with elements that come and go. But that didn't happen, and I'm a little annoyed. Moving on. Back to the Future Part 3. Now, I love Back to the Future Part 3 almost as much as I love Parts 1 and 2. But it still doesn't quite live up to them, and I don't know why. At least I didn't know why for a while. I racked my brain about it. And the reasons I've often heard are, it's a Western. It has plot holes. Marty and Doc are different. And Leah Thompson is playing someone who shouldn't be related to Lorraine Baines. I disagree with all of those as valid reasons for disliking this movie. Specifically the plot hole thing. That's a story for another time. Why I didn't like this one as much was because it introduced too many new characters for a sequel. We don't need to know that Mad Dog Tannen and Marshall Strickland have a rivalry. We don't even need to see Marshall Strickland at all. Because they cut the scene where he was killed, he now serves no purpose. And Seamus and Maggie McFly add nothing to the story either. They really don't. Don't believe me? Just next time you watch it, imagine you don't see them. You'll see what I mean. Oh, and then there's another trilogy that actually got the third part right. Toy Story. Now, Toy Story 1 and Toy Story 2 were two of my favorite films as a kid. And I saw the third one recently. It's still one of my favorite films. That was terrific. And while it did have flaws, what movie doesn't? None of those flaws were anything that detracted from the experience of watching it. I mean, it actually built on everything that was established in the first two films and made a near perfect ending to that storyline. Why can't all film trilogies be like that? Anyway, I'm running out of time, so I'm just going to wrap this up. If you have any ideas, comment below. There's my finger. And just open discussion. Whatever goes.